Hello everybody, in this video I am starting a new tutorial series where we create an operating system. In this episode, we will be creating the loading screen. It's not the most exciting part, but you've got to start somewhere. Let's get into it. To start off, you will need to change the color of the backdrop to the color you want your loading screen to be. So what we'll do is we'll click on the stage bit over here. You'll click on backdrops, and you don't really need an outline, and you just select the fill to be whatever color you want. For example, I just want a simple black background, so I will change the brightness all the way down, and then just make the whole screen black. There we go. And don't forget to name it loading or something along those lines, otherwise you might get confused which background is which later on. So I'm just going to name it loading. There we go. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to get rid of the cat sprite. We want to paint a new sprite. Let's just call this logo. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a logo that goes right here on the screen, and then will stay there. So what we're going to do is, let's just make it black so we can see it on the screen. Don't forget to name it loading or something along those lines, otherwise you might get confused which background is which later on. So I'm just going to name it loading. So like a nice little circle or whatever you want your logo to be. There we go. So we will have this right here, and then I'll just change the outline color to white. And then there's our logo. So you don't have to do the exact same logo as me, just something similar. And I'm just going to make it go to 050, so it's just there. Now let's put in a script. So we'll go to events, when green flag clicked, go to motion, and then go to there. It should already say where it is since you've already moved it there, and you want to make it show. So when it goes to green flag, it looks the same, but what it does is it goes to that position on the screen and it shows itself. So for example, if we hit it now and press green flag, it will show. Now what we want to do is we want to create a loading bar. So let's click on the paint new sprite button. Let's just call this loading or loading bar, whatever. Let's just make it a nice, I'm just going to create it black for now, so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so something along those lines. So this would be the first one. Now let's duplicate this costume, and let's copy this, and center it in the middle, and let's make it a quarter of what it is. Now let's change the color to, for example, blue. And then you can't really see it here, but if I do that, you can sort of see what I'm doing. And then next costume would be this, and just keep duplicating it until you make it until end. Now once you reach the end, you don't really want that bit anymore. You can just change this one to full color there. There we go. So let's go to events, when green flag clicked, go to, let's say we want this to go to that position there. Also I forgot to change this to white. Now let's put in a script. So we'll go to events, when green flag clicked, go to motion, and then go to there. There we go. Okay, so you can see it here. Now let's just press green flag and it should center itself right there. Now what we want to do is switch costume to costume 1. So it would start off as this one, and make its way up to this one. So switch costume to costume 1, and we'll make it show itself. Now since we have 5 costumes, we only want to repeat these 4. So what we'll do is repeat 4. And we want to, let's just say, weight 0.5 to 1, and then so we'll keep doing this and this, and then we want to go next costume. So basically what this does is it loops itself round and round. So when green flag clicked, it goes to that position. It switches a costume to costume 1, and it shows itself. And it repeats these 4. So it's waits 0.5 to 1 second, and then it goes to the next costume, and it'll wait that long, and then next costume. So basically what it does is this. There we go. So that is what that does. Now let's make it hide afterwards, and what we want to do is go to events, broadcast a message. So this message is going to be called boot, because it's going to boot into the operating system. So it's called boot. Now we want to go back into this one. When I receive boot, hide. So what it will do is, once it finishes loading, it should hide everything. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go to backdrops. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky. What you got to do is you got to go to backdrop, and you can import one if you want to, but I'm just going to choose one from the library. I'm going to go to outdoors, and I'm going to select boardwalk because it looks nice. I'm just going to convert it to vector so it's easy to move around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to name it desktop. Now let's go back to code. Let's make it when green flag clicked, switches backdrop to the loading screen. So it doesn't look like this, it looks like that. So it switches it to this one. And then what you want to do is events, when I receive boot, you want to switch to desktop. And let's add a startup sound if you really want to. Let's get rid of that one. It's a nice one down here, which is suspense. So I'm just going to select this one, go to code, play sound suspense until done, and then for the next episode, let's just broadcast the desktop message. And there we go. That was the loading screen. So let's just see what it looks like. There we go. That is the loading screen for the operating system. In the next video, we're going to get into the desktop sort of stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's helped. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to, and keep coding.